Hi, everybody, and welcome to Phandalin by Night here on Vancouver by Night, the channel. Thank you all for joining us as we do our weekly game. We are playing a D&D 5th edition game. In fact, you can get it. It is the starter set. I don't want my players to freak out because there's a giant green dragon on the starter set. It's fine. It's D&D. It's like literally dragons are in the name. But you can go and get this for yourself. It is called The Lost Mines of Fendelver. It is a fantastic way, whether you're new or a very seasoned player, it is a really, really great module. And so that's what we're going to be playing tonight. Let me introduce you to my amazing table because they are some of the best players that I have the fortune of playing with. And we're going to start with Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda. She, her. I play Whimsy, he, they, the tiefling warlock who's got some deep internal issues with being a warlock.
Fantastic. And next to Amanda is Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike. He, him, playing Sangani, also he, him, who has no problem with being a cleric. It's just who he's expected to worship that he has the problem with.
Sure. Look, you get your divine. That's what it is. Get over it. Okay. Above that is Nikki.
Hi, everybody. Nikki, she, her. I'll be playing Denny, the Tiefling Bard, he, him. And I'm looking very forward to burning to death today. So,
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to do my best to burn you to death. So we're all on the same page. And next to Nikki is the award-nominated Sarah.
Hey, my name is Sarah. I play the half-orc barbarian Graja Ragerock, and I've got a plan. We can get out of this burning situation, I believe.
I am so glad to hear that. As I mentioned, Sarah is award nominated for a Game Her. So definitely go as new streamer, top new streamer of the year, Sarah?
Yeah, it's called Rising Star, and then
Rising
it's the streamer category. Yeah.
Right. So you should go vote for her on that. But also, if you're here and you like what you're about to see for the next couple of hours, we have been nominated as the best stream, the TTRPG stream of the year. So hopefully that maybe you're new here because you saw us nominated. Thank you for joining and watching with us. Give a vote our way because I am very proud of these players and what they're doing. Not with us tonight. We normally have a fifth player, Najra, who is a costumer. You can go check her out at Najra Creations on Twitter, and you definitely should because she is talented in ways that my fingers are never going to be in sewing or creating anything in real life. And you should check her out. And we miss you and have fun. I think she's at a convention this weekend. So have fun with that. Okay, let's get to killing people. When last we met our heroes, Sangane went to go give his twilight tribute because unlike other clerics, he doesn't pray at the start of a morning for his spells in favor that day. No, clerics of Tiamat, who is his deity, have to pray for favor the night before and give an offering. So he planted some silver in VS's garden. The group got a great night's sleep, and Graja made a delicious breakfast frittata kind of a deal for everybody the next morning. As they got on the road and headed out, the sun started to just bake everyone. It was a hot day of transit, but Sangane, who was cool and also partially shadowed, was something that some of the players noticed. And as they rocked into Phandalin, Whimsy stowed her werewolves in a nearby forest, or sorry, not werewolves, just regular wolves. Just regular wolves. They're not werewolves. That was totally me. That wasn't like a DM slip up. That was just me not saying it correctly. Whimsy stowed her wolves in a nearby forest. She had adopted, in a way, this pack of wolves that they liberated and rescued from some goblins. And she, I apologize. Thank you. You guys, oh no. Is it going to be that night for me?
No, listen, we're good.
No.
We're good. We're getting through it. Don't you worry.
Okay, here we go. We're just gonna keep on going. The group took Sildar, who was a human man that they had captured, a member of the Lord's army, who basically is unconscious and catatonic at this point, into the Stonehill Inn, where Trilena and her husband Tobin made him feel as comfy as possible. Tobin creating like a very transformative, peaceful, mindful space with plants and a pretty window covering. I had mentioned this to one of the people who watches our stream. Later, she was asking me like, give me an example of what Tobin is. And I don't know if you guys have TikTok, but there's this amazing couple on TikTok, and their handles like at Darcy Michael, maybe. They're based out of Vancouver. And that is totally, Darcy is totally who Tobin is. That's who I'm basing them off of. Sangane noticed an ever-present line of people going into a small building, one at a time, and coming out smelling a lot better. So he went to go check that out. And the group found out that Gundren, who was their patron and who had hired them to start this whole adventure, had a bit of a reputation in the city. And so they went to find his brothers, but instead found their home not just ransacked, but trashed, like broken, maliciously, not just like somebody was looking through for something, like destroyed. Jart took the cart back to the Stonehill Inn. They have a cart full of stuff that they were delivering to Phandalin on behalf of Gundren. Jart took the cart back to Stonehill Inn and helped a group of angry women break into the mayor's office after hearing that the young men of the town are joining some group and it is taking them on a bad path. The rest of the group, though, was searching the Rock Seeker brothers' house. When the door got shut, locking them in, and smoke started to fill the room, Whimsy, our intrepid tiefling, just pieced out. She was just like, nope, not for me, friends. And she just left the group in the home that is growing smokier, and she can see quite on fire. Or he can see quite on fire from outside. Oh, Amanda, please keep doing that all night because it's really important to me. Okay. And I'm going to get it together, and I'm really sorry. He can see that the house, like the fire is catching along the thatching. And that is where we pick up. So, friends, what are you doing?
Okay, so you said that the front door is now locked.
It is.
Okay. My idea is to go into, now we're not in like an initiative combat, so please guide me here.
Sure.
If I could still go into a rage and then shoulder my way through the locked door.
I mean, you can enter rage anytime that you like can spend some time describing yourself, whether that's in initiative or not. You can rage anytime you want. So if you would like to now, you absolutely can rage and throw yourself against the door. So my question though is, what is the purpose of your, what is rage going to do to help you smash down a door, other than it's like for RP flavor, which is totally fine? But there's no mechanical reason that rage would help you knock down this door.
Oh,
I just want to make sure you know.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought there was a mechanical thing because I get advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Oh, I guess it's not.
Whenever you're raging, or just when it's reckless?
It says rage.
Oh, it's whenever you're raging.
Yeah.
You know what?
So
I deeply apologize. Yes, there is a huge mechanical reason
We're
why
learning
you want to
together.
Do that.
Yeah.
By all means, rage up and beat down the door. Give me a strength check, which I guess you get advantage.
I do. Okay, so I'm going to strength, and then I want to roll. I didn't do it with advantage. How many do I add?
So it'll be your strength modifier.
Okay, so I have my roll plus my modifier, and then do I get any extra for the rage?
No, rage allows you to
Okay.
roll it twice and take the higher number.
Oh, roll it twice. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Advantage means you roll twice, take the higher number.
roll twice.
You're with
Okay,
me.
so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
roll one more time and see what happens.
And we play on D&D Beyond. If you at home also play on D&D Beyond, you can right click whatever the stat is that you're trying to roll, and you can roll at advantage or disadvantage, and it calculates all that automatically for you.
That was good. I did not right click. I was trying to like click and hold. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
So I got a 14.
A 14. You go and batter your body against this door, and you feel the door start to splinter, but it does not come open.
Okay.
Okay.
Whimsy's outside, and he wasn't just abandoning the team. He did have a plan to try and open the door from the outside.
Likely story.
Yeah.
I think how the story changes now.
Whimsy's gonna go try and open the door from the other side.
Okay. So Whimsy, do you happen to have thieves' tools?
Let's see what I've got in my pockets is inventory. I'm gonna say no. I do not.
Okay. So you can roll a dexterity check just to kind of see if you can figure out the lock from the outside.
Just a straight dex?
Yeah. You would get to add proficiency if you had thieves' tools.
All right. I am not proficient. Also, I'm sorry all my shit takes so long to roll.
That's okay.
It creates the suspense. And I just messed up the door that you're trying to unlock, so whoops.
I sort of envisioned it being the cartoon thing where I open the door right as you charge it and you come running.
Graja goes flying out. Yeah.
Okay, well that's actually really good. So I rolled a 19.
Okay. So
plus 2 for my dexterity. So
tell me, what does Whimsy have on him that he would shove into a lock to try and pick it? A feather. You go and you pull a feather out. You keep lots of them all over your person, and you go and you kind of stick the quill and you grab a second one, and you're trying your best. And as you do, you feel this enormous thump on the door. The door kind of bows outward and splinters. However, conveniently, it also managed to get your feather ends right at the right place, and you get that lock open, and you open the door to see a very red in the face, well, greener in the face, angry, rageful Graja, as smoke starts billowing out from the house.
Whimsy's just like, hey guys.
And Graja, with like her one hand on her great axe behind her, she's just like,
yeah.
And she can't really like vocalize anything to like Whimsy at this point. So where are Denny and Sangane?
Great question.
Is going to
place papers on the table, aren't they?
Denny is going to just kind of sidestep Raja and just put himself in between Whimsy and the great axe, and just be like, all right, we're out now. Let's calm down. Remember the breathing exercises we practiced. Sun's going down. Let's just. You're right. And Denny, who is immune to fire, or at least this kind of fire, is going to just kind of pat out all the smoldering patches on his beautiful clothing and quickly cast Mending to make him look presentable again.
Absolutely.
And saunter out of the burning house.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
And
sorry, natural 20.
Hey. Sangane, what are you doing?
You know what? I don't know. I can't produce enough water to put anything out, but I'd like to make sure that the fire doesn't spread to another building.
Okay, so you move out of the building to kind of assess what the situation is.
Yeah, and if we can see any more of these red clouds.
Sure, give me a perception check to just kind of see. Actually, you know what? This is going to be, I'm going to call this survival, because you're trying to look at kind of like the laws of the fire dynamics and
Natural
the
20.
architecture. Really?
23, yep.
I wish that I planned on paper, because then I could just rip up my DM plans in front of everybody right now. So that's a thing. As Whimsy and Sangane come out, Whimsy kind of darts off into the street, and Sangane turns around really quickly and starts assessing. Sangane, you notice right away that as the smoke started to billow, townspeople have started coming with like a local fire brigade kind of a sort of thing. They're bringing buckets of water. They're starting to kind of douse whatever they can. You could help. You could like use some of your particular brand of arcane to augment and enhance their water, like almost water bending style, to really get the right areas. Yeah. And quickly, like with a natural 2023, quickly you are able to provide the right directions and guidance to kind of get the majority of the fire put out, and you know, quickly, like within a few minutes, there is still smolder and there is still smoke, but it looks like all the patches of the actual fire itself is out. Denny, as you dart out and into the street, almost like a bull in a bullfight, you see a flash of red over on the side of a far house down the end of the lane. And as soon as the person locks eyes with you and sees you see them, they dart off around the corner. Suspiciously, highly suspiciously.
That is real damn suspicious. Okay, I'm going to turn back to Raja and Whimsy and say, I think someone over there knows something. We should probably go and chase them down. Sagane, do you got this? Can you put this fire out by yourself? I don't know any water spells, so I'm really hoping you
Taking
can.
a bucket of water at the time, throwing it in the air, using shape water to kind of like guide it around. It's like, check it, Jart. I'm a waterbender.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you're like orchestrating, like, okay, everybody throw your buckets at the same time so that you have access to like a wider net of water that you can like shape and move. Whimsy and Graja, are you guys going to follow Denny?
Whimsy's going to dart into the house again quickly, grab just a handful of random papers off the table because he doesn't know what's important and what isn't, because they didn't get a chance to check everything. So he's just going to grab a handful of stuff, shove it in his coat, and then chase after them.
Okay, love it.
Just like stick the table into his pocket and run.
Yep. Okay.
Good call. I'm going to Graja is gonna continue in her rage and just run after the guy, not quelling her rage.
Okay. Awesome. You sustain that rage. Normally we'd say that you have to be making an attack within an action round to do so, but because we're not in initiative, I'm going to you know, I will allow this to sustain. Also, like, you've just had your life threatened. It's been a big couple of days for Graja. I'm going to allow a sustained rage here.
Cool. Thank you.
it's my it's a good story hooks. Rule of cool above all else. So Denny and Graja, you guys go taking off. Whimsy, you're not far behind them. Sangane, you're water bending all over the place. Jart is not seeing the cool things that you're doing, but you don't know that. So you're still showing off as best you can. The other three of you go chasing off. Give me, either one of you can roll it with advantage, or you can all roll separately. But this is, I believe it's a survival check to follow somebody through an urban area, like a chase, I think is considered a survival check.
I do have some additions to my survival.
Yeah, I've got a +3. I don't know.
Oh, okay, that's more than mine.
I think our odds are better if we all roll for it, so maybe we should just do that.
Okay,
you get down 3 rolls rather than 2, so yeah. I guess that's true.
Okay.
21.
Thinking about it.
Oh boy, 6.
Hey.
Yikes.
Seven. So I'm just following Denny and hoping Denny knows where he's going.
Denny, you are on the tail of this guy. You are this bull in this fight, and you are not letting this red. As you turn the corner and you see it more clearly, yeah, the horns, right? As you see this more clearly, this is a person wearing almost like a Red Riding Hood cloak. It is must be fastened around the neck. There is a hood piece as well as a long, kind of calf length red cloak. It's not the most inconspicuous thing in the middle of the day in a town like this. For the weather that you're having, which is quite warm, for somebody to be wearing this, but you go chasing after, and this person, I don't know if you guys are looking at the map. This person who you're chasing goes running through these little trees here and ends up over here at this building. Ends up at a building that is it is run down. You notice that the sign is like hanging off of its hinges. The windows are filthy and covered in like film. It's at the end of the main street here in Phandalin. And it looks like the nasty dive bar in, like, not like the cool hipster dive bar, like the actual nasty dive bar that exists in every street, that the entrance always smells like urine. Like, do you know the place that I'm talking about? Like, it's gross.
It was a 5-minute walk from my undergraduate campus. I do remember it well. Yeah. Called Guido's.
Right. 10 minutes down the street for me, so.
And this, whoever is wearing this red cape goes darting into the front door.
Okay. I'm going to kind of skid to a stop and try and hold Graja and Whimsy back. Like, all right, we know they're in there. Somebody should go around the back, make sure they don't come out the other side, and we should form a plan before we just go marching into this random building. And I call not it for going to the back door.
I'll do that.
Wait. Oh, wait, who's going to? Okay, all right. We have to figure out. We have to make him talk before we can kill him.
I agree.
Whoa. Killing.
From the other side of the building, just, what do you mean killing?
He tried to kill us.
Okay, well, I was going to roll to see if I could like spot anything on the outside, but I got a 2, so never mind. I'm not going to do that.
Sure.
Okay. So, Whimsy's gonna go around back, and then I'm going in just the front.
You're just gonna go right in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Graja upon that
I love
statement just goes right in.
Sure. Whimsy, give me a perception check around what you find in the back.
I will try. Slowly.
While we're waiting for Whimsy's dice, I'm not going to be able to highly recommend these enough, but pumpkin peeps.
Oh.
Okay.
No,
I didn't even know
about
there was such a thing.
Yeah. Whimsy doesn't see much. He's like winded from all this running. So I got a 5. He didn't see the guy they were chasing, and he's winded from all the running. He has no idea what he's looking at.
All the paper out of your pocket.
Yeah. And Denny, you're standing along the side of the building. Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You two both, there are numerous windows. They're super grimy and they're a little bit high. So even at your heights, you're gonna, be on tippy toes to see in. Graja, you just go bursting through the front door like the Kool-Aid man.
You read my mind.
Oh yeah, you totally. Oh, yeah. And as you do, there are 4 kind of humans that are lingering just inside the front entrance. It almost appears like as you go in the front set of doors, there's almost like a mud room. And then there's another set of doors into the actual kind of like tap room itself. And there are 4 humans inside here. There's like empty ale barrels, or one of them is leaning against the wall. They all wear grimy, like scarlet colored cloaks, and their sullen stares fix on you as you barge into this room. One of the thugs spits on the ground in front of you, like narrowly missing your boot. Nasty. No, that's not safe anymore. Well, he snarls. A little puppy. What do you want, puppy? Come here to bark at us?
You don't know who I am. Who started the fire?
They just kind of look at each other. Don't know what you're talking about.
There's a fire in town. I was in the house. They tried it's on fire right now. Which one of you did it?
You got out. Everything seems to be okay. Run along.
Okay. Garage is just like barely holding it together, I feel like, in this rage.
Sure.
And so she
is Garage holding it together?
I think barely.
Okay.
But not much. It's definitely, the remarks are setting her off for sure.
Sure.
And
they are clearly taunting you.
Okay.
Like they have sneers on their face. They are,
Denny is going to quickly peek his head in through the door just to see what the heck's going on with Graja. And seeing this whole thing play out, is going to cast Minor Illusion in the center of their table that creates a loud explosion sound.
Okay.
Just to see what happens. Maybe it'll throw them off their game.
All right. Roll me a performance check to see if this thing does the thing that you want it to do.
I found my dice.
And Graja also has no warning that this is coming.
True. I'm willing to take that bet. Either way, one of these guys is going to get the next face.
Absolutely.
I rolled a 15, including my modifiers.
Okay. You set off this sound of this explosion right under. There's kind of like a little stool where you could like sit if you were trying to like pull on your boots, and you set off this explosion right there. And 2 of the guys jump up unexpectedly. One of them like coming into Graja's physical space to try and get away from whatever it was, almost knocking Graja over, but Graja's sturdy. Graja's not going anywhere. And he kind of bounces off of her. I'm going to say we should probably roll initiative because I feel like at this point, something's coming up.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Okie dokie.
21 for me.
Okay.
Denny with the good rolls.
Yeah, I'm not using my normal Denny dice. I'm using like this like random blue set that I found laying around, like all my other dice. But they're fucking liking me today.
I got a 12.
Okay, hold on to those for just a second.
Yep.
So one of the rare times that I don't have like map stuff up. So let's see. Who did anybody roll higher than 15?
I did. I rolled an 18 plus my mods.
Thank you. 10 to 15.
That's 15? Me. That's me with 12.
Okay, thank you. Mike, I'll get you to roll as well. Just because I imagine that you'd probably, as soon as the fire's out, you're going to come chasing after them, or are you going to find Jart?
That's the bigger threat, I think.
I'll just warn you, like, if you decide you're going to find Jart, you're going to have a very boring time for the next hour and a half. I'll just put that out there for you. But I will get you to roll initiative as well. Whimsy, what'd you roll?
4.
4. Hey, that's
outside and has no idea what's happening, so you'll hear her fighting first.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, Sangane, then we'll start with you. As you start to get this fire under control, and you feel like the citizens could probably handle the rest, you do remember seeing Whimsy dart into the house, back out of the house, and take off. And so that gives you your first good clue of where the rest of them went. I'll get you to roll a survival check to see how good you are at finding them from there. Or perception, whatever you'd prefer.
Either one's the same. 15.
15. As you get to the end of the lane and you're like, okay, where did they go? You can kind of vaguely see some movement through some trees in front of you. So you could head off that way if you wanted to.
Sure.
Okay. So we'll say that you get to within at the tree line or like where the trees are, puts you kind of across the street from this building that they are in. So after movement of your next turn, you would be in some kind of, let's say you're like 40 feet away from where Graja and Denny are. Okay. Denny, what are you up to? And then Graja and Whimsy, you're on deck.
Okay, well, for my first turn, I'm going to... No, I'm not going to try and be fancy. I'm going to hit somebody with my sword.
Absolutely.
After I... Can you not? My cat is trying to knock something over. Get out of here. Beat it.
Sure.
Jeez. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to... Is there someone with his back to me right now? Or are they all like facing my way?
As you're kind of looking up a couple of stairs, there is one guy that kind of scooched past Graja, so is standing like within melee of Graja, but also standing like he almost tried to exit the building, and you're standing at the bottom of the stairs. So he is within kind of Denny expertise, stab from above or below. He's right in your strike zone.
Okay. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to attack him with a rapier. Instead,
Okay.
I'm going to cast Charm Person. And see how that goes. Abigail, get out of here. Stop it.
And what is your dex save? Or sorry, what is your wisdom save on that?
That's a good question. 14.
And how do you try to charm him? What do you do? What do you say? Is it banjolele? What's your situation?
What I'm gonna do is just saunter towards him and just kind of like put my arm on his shoulder like this and just try and just talk to him, just be like, I don't know what's going on. This chick, she's doing some weird stuff. I don't know what that explosion was, but I feel like we've really come through something together, you and I, and we've really grown closer as people. And we should probably just get out of here and let them do their thing, and you can tell me all about what's going on.
Okay. Is that your entire turn?
Yes.
Okay. It is the ruffian's turn. And the one whose arm you're on looks at you, and you can tell that the charm person didn't work, the spell itself. However, he agrees with what you're saying, and he's like, yeah, they're kind, they're all trouble, in a creepy way that you kind of get the feeling is not orcs. He's talking about girls.
Ew.
Yeah, creepy vibes from this dude. And he's like, so you want in?
I really do. I'm those people. Yep, I tell you, I agree 100%, friends. Yep.
I will need you to roll a deception check for sure.
Okay. Where is my deception? Oh, okay, that's actually not bad. It's a 19.
He's like, yeah, good. Okay, we're gonna take this one to. He looks around, afraid to kind of say whatever he's about to say. We'll take her with us, and we'll get you inducted. Come on, boys, grab her, and let's take her. And so the other three are going to attempt grapple checks on Graja.
Okay.
I don't like this at all. No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Am I able to cast a quick spell? It's a cantrip. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that right now or not.
What is it?
I would like to cast a thaumaturgy, which lets me create a sound, and I would like to just like whisper directly into Graja's ear. Let them take you. We're gonna get in. We're gonna be sneaky about it. Just play along. I promise I won't let them hurt you.
I don't think you could get that much out.
Okay.
Like, I think like 3 to 5 words if you're going to do it.
Let them take you. It'll be okay. Is that enough? That's probably too much again.
Let them take you. It'll be okay. Yeah. All right. I will allow that, but roll a sleight of hand check to see if you can cast it without these other guys noticing that you're doing so.
18.
Okay. Graja, you are in the midst of rage, and you have just heard this dude say, let's get her. We're just going to capture her and take her. You were at and then like insult women, like it's a gong show. How likely are you to listen to Denny's voice in your ear in this moment?
I think that Graja really trusts them, these people in her party. So I honestly think that she would try to quell her rage, like go out of the rage and do as Denny is instructing, because maybe she even has this tinge of kind of regret that she just sort of barged in and let them all just like insult her. So she's trying to do maybe the smart thing rather than the thing she wants to do, which is chop everybody's head off.
Okay. So these 3 guys go to grab for you, and one of them, you're like trying to fight off this rage, and you just like forearm shove him, and he goes flying against the door that goes into like the main area of like the tavern.
Yeah.
but the other two manage to kind of get your arms, and they've got a pretty good hold on you. I don't know that it would be a full grapple, but if with your action you are going to choose to drop your rage and not resist, then they would have a pretty good hold on you.
That is what I am doing. I am dropping my rage and not resisting the grapple.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Not sure.
Are you trying to make it look like you're willfully going with them, or are you going to try and pretend like you're putting up a fight and they get you?
Correct. That's what
I'm doing.
Give
me a performance check. Yeah, let's see how good you do at this.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Come on, dice. Oh wait, that was wrong. That was performance or persuasion. My bad. Let me do it again. All right. 13?
Sure. You grunt. You're still grunting and like it's a little bit like middle school play. You're kind of overselling it a little bit, but these guys clearly haven't been around women very much anyway, so they totally buy it.
They can't tell when they're faking it.
They can't. No. Right? I feel like that was just ready to be there. Okay, so they just kind of sneer at each other and, make some other assholey joke. Whimsy, you're around back and you don't hear any of this going on. What are you doing?
Whimsy's still not sure what's happening because he did so bad on his perception check.
Yep.
So he's just squinting through the window trying to read body language and stuff, and no one looks like they're fighting yet. So he's just gonna wait and watch, and if they leave the building, follow them.
Okay, so what you're looking at a window into the main bar area, and you can see almost everybody in this room has a red coat on, with the exception of a dwarf who is behind the bar area. And he looks surly and appropriately miserable to be running this establishment. You do not see, though, where Denny and Graja are, because that is like a mud room with doors that opens into the main part of the restaurant or the tavern. So you don't see them or anything happening. Everybody who you're looking at inside seems to be drinking. There's like a poker game going on. They're kind of chill. You don't notice any sudden movement or anything.
Sorry. No one's looking over where the commotion was by the door. No. Is there a back door?
There is a back door.
Does anyone come or left through that door?
As you glance over, you do hear the lock jiggle, or the handle jiggle.
Cool. Whimsy sort of presses himself against the side of the building then.
Okay.
And just to see who pops out.
Okay.
Kronk style.
Lovely. I love it. Give me a stealth check to see how quietly you can do that.
Probably not very. I've been rolling badly all night. Stop. Right there. Stop. 21.
Okay. You feel fairly confident that nobody who's going to walk out that door is going to see you. Sangane, as you kind of emerge from this little cluster of trees that's in somebody's side yard, you see Denny palling it up with a guy wearing a red cloak. You then see emerging from the door two other guys in red cloaks who have Graja's hands behind her back, and she's clearly fighting and trying to get away from the situation. And they're holding, they've got a good grapple on her.
I within 15 feet?
You are about 40 feet away from them.
I would like to move up within 15 feet.
Easily done.
Hey, let her go. Lightning lure on one guy and haul him away.
Okay.
And that is a strength 13 saving throw on his part, I think.
No.
And he gets pulled 10 feet towards me and takes a D8 damage.
He falls. He just eats it down these stairs. His shoulder dislocates as you really yank him right off. It just happened to be time when Garage was like, oh, let me go. Like it was like the right time. And he just eats shit down these stairs.
Oh, so good. Oh. So good. Oh no.
And how much damage does he take?
That was a bonus action, I think.
Okay, how much damage does he take?
Oh, he takes 4. 4 points.
Okay, and Graja, all of a sudden, you feel one of the guys get yanked off you, and you see him like eat it down these stairs, and in front of you, standing in the road, you see Sangane saying, let her go. Sangane, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I think that I'm just loading really slowly here. That is my action.
Okay.
I've moved action. I'm going to use my bonus action to. What if I got us a weapon?
I don't know if everybody can see on Twitch because of how small the cameras are, but Mike will have to get closer to the camera at some point because his scale detail just gets better week by week by week. It's so good.
Keeps going up in level, so keep it alive and I'll get better scale. What is the weapon? I can't find my weapons. The crossbow. Never mind. I'm going to booming blade on my dagger.
Okay, absolutely. Ready to go.
That's my bonus. Yep.
I love it. Denny.
Okay. Denny is going to realize that there's no salvaging this opportunity at this point. Even if he was to say, oh, stop fighting, we're gonna go with them. There's no way, performance-wise, that these guys would buy him just being like, oh, I give up, I guess. So Denny knows at least the hideout is not in the bar, it's somewhere else. They were leading us out. So Denny is going to stab this guy in the side with a rapier instead. Just like,
Sure.
Okay. Actions. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
18 does. As you slide your rapier in underneath or like through his red cloak, you do get some resistance. These guys are wearing some level of armor.
Okay. And it's 6 damage.
Fantastic. Okay. And he grunts and looks at you like, I don't know what that was for. He's thoroughly confused because he thought this person was just like a random person who showed up to try and help Graja. And he's thoroughly confused as to why you're stabbing him, but he does not like it. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
How close am I to Graja right now?
You're right next to her.
Okay, great. In that case, I would like to cast Inspiration on Graja.
Okay.
So Graja, you have you get an inspiration die, which is a 1d6, so you can add it to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw.
Okay,
so
cool. And I've toggled it on there in D&D Beyond, so.
Love it. How do you inspire, Graja?
I'm going to throw my rapier to the side and whip out my banjolele and just scream for like 30 seconds while just like hitting it like very metal, but terrible.
Graja, in this moment, although you let go of your rage, you kind of miss the fact that your rage dampened the sound of the outside world for you. And you feel like it wouldn't take very much to get your rage back. And it is the ruffian's turn, but first it's my real life ruffians who are scratching at my door. Come in, no in and out privileges.
Mine was doing the same.
Playing the neck of the lady.
The Phandalin by Night cats have really been on the go this whole game.
They're on. Yeah,
right?
They're on one. Like my cat too was like freaking out trying to get in here.
Okay, so let's see. No, you're not going back out. Go find a place to be comfortable. Let's see. The fella who just got shanked by Denny is going to make the first of 2 short sword attacks.
Okay.
18 to hit.
That hits.
And that's 5 piercing damage.
Right.
And the second one is 15 to hit.
Yes, that hits as well.
And that is 4 piercing damage. He carves quickly, pulling out his short sword, carves up and down like your vest, severing it on one side. It almost starts to hang off you. So rude.
That was silk, you monster.
Right after you mended it too. Damn.
Just fix this.
The one that ate shit down the stairs is going to stand up and going to take a couple steps towards Sangane, and he's only going to get off 1 short sword attack. A 13.
Nope.
Okay. The one that's holding Graja is.
I know, I'm shocked. You missed me.
The one that's holding Graja is going to try and keep a hold of Graja. So that is a 17. Graja, will you, on your turn, if you want to break out of the grapple, you can. Okay. But it was a 17 strength check. And then the fourth one, who you originally had knocked up against the wall, is going to be very confused. What has that one seen? That one has seen you knock him up against the wall. And then as he kind of looked up, he saw the guy that was on your arm go flying forward and scream out in pain as his shoulder got dislocated. Because Denny and the first guy are down the stairs, he didn't see Denny stab that guy. He's focused all of his stuff on Graja for sure. So that is so ugly. A 14 and a 13 to hit.
14, if it's equal, does it do it or not? I don't. So yes.
Equal, yeah. Okay.
Like, okay, so a 14 will, a 13 won't.
Okay, so 8 points of piercing damage as he kind of stabs you from behind, kind of piercing through the side of your like stomach, or like through the back, and then kind of almost like piercing along through the side. That is their turns. Let's see if anybody on the inside heard anything. Okay. And Whimsy, you notice a person in a red cloak come running out the back door and heading around almost to kind of like where you are along the side of the building, and then continues going further east behind the buildings. Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
The guy bolts and just Eldritch blasts in his direction.
Okay, when it's your turn, it'll be Graja first and then Whimsy. But it was the ruffian's turn, so I was explaining what the ruffian did. Okay, Graja.
Okay. I would like to break out of the grapple at this point. So what does that look like for me?
Go for it. That's an athletics check.
Oh, okay, okay. This should be... Okay, yeah. I feel good about this. That's a 26, baby.
Oh, you not only grapple out, you do you want to narrate how you do that, or do you want me to narrate how you do that?
Okay. I would like to narrate it, but
go for it.
Just so I understand, like, the positioning. So he has me, like, my arms are behind my back. That's what he was trying to hold on to.
Well, he has one of them behind your back, for sure.
Behind my back.
Yeah, because the other guy had the other arm, and he's, dislocated and over by where Sangane is.
Okay, so with this ruffian holding my arm behind my back, I just want to do this, like, maybe, like, slightly more deft than you might expect for Graja. Almost like this, like, sweet turn around. Like, kind of like sure. I just slip my arm up free and I turn around. And her face just darkens in that moment. Just this furrowed brow, these green features, like all her orcish rage coming to the surface. And Graja is also, like, confused, afraid, thought we were doing this plan, and then here's Sangane, and she feels like she wants to help Sangane, so she's really trying not to lose the plot here, but she does this death move, and then, I would like to go back into my rage.
Okay.
So I'm marking this on my little thing, so I know I can't just, like, do this like a million times in a row. I get that. So I'll fly back into my rage, so, like, veins in the forehead and the neck just coming to the forefront, just, like, eyes widening, and I would like to just try to bury my hand axe right here.
Absolutely. Go for it.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to roll to attack with my hand axe. Here we go. 23.
Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely. You just swing him around and slice forward with your hand axe, embedding it. You hear like the collarbone crack under the pressure by which you apply the hand axe treatment, and he screams out in pain.
Okay, and now I'm rolling my damage.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
rage is
it's gonna be 8.
The best of Adoa.
Now wait, hold on. Okay, I got 8 with just the damage, but then because you're raging, you get another 2 plus 2. Okay, so that's 10 damage.
Jesus.
Don't mess with Graja, baby.
And you just, he would normally, like, for almost anybody else, hitting him with that much force would knock him backwards and prone, but you're not letting go of your prey, and you keep it hooked in whatever bone you can find so that you can keep him real close for what's about to come next. And he's in pain. Absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Bonus action perchance?
Actually, yes. I would like to do a frenzy attack. Now that
wait, you went into rage. That's a bonus action, right?
Okay, yeah.
I apologize. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm done.
So you're in rage. You've used your attack. So you're, Yep. Okay. Whimsy, Eldritch Blast. Talk to me.
Yeah, gonna launch one of those at Buddy running off around the corner.
Sure.
Mostly just to get his attention.
Okay.
That's all the way to get
Stop,
someone's attention.
I only want to talk.
Hey.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Gonna fire a warning shot, center mass,
Into
Sure.
his face.
as one does. Let's try that. But my rolls have been garbage today. That doesn't look like it's happening. That is a 12.
As you shoot this Eldritch Dart, this Eldritch Blast at him, I mean, the good part about not hitting him is you can clearly see where he's running to now. As he kind of veers back onto the road, he seems to be running towards slightly up above the town. There is like a slight hill. And what I'm sure at one point was a beautiful manor that held like whoever the noble for this area was, but it is crumbled. It is like easily 70, 80, maybe 100 years since the last time anybody even took care of it. There is ivy that has overgrown it. The roof is caved in. Stone has collapsed. All of the windows are broken. That is where he is heading. Anything else you'd like to do?
Do I hear anything now that the scuffle's happening on the other side of the building?
I would say, yeah, as you kind of like followed him and you have a more clear sight, you can clearly see that something is going on.
All right. I think that's all I can really do. I'm gonna check one of my spells and see what it takes. Yeah, I'm just gonna run towards them. I can't really do much else right now.
Okay, yeah, so you do that. Sangane and Denny's on deck.
Hey. So the guy in front of I'm on the wrong page. The guy in front of me. How badly does he look?
On a scale of 1 to 16, he looks like you hurt him for 4 points worth of hurt.
Okay. Huh. I'm sensing a trend. All right. All right. This one's, I mean, how many are left? There's one on Graja, but he's well taken care of.
I mean, there was one on Graja. Now there's one that Graja's on. Like that switched real quick. There's this one that's in front of you. His right arm is hanging limp from the dislocation that you caused when you lightning lured him. There is one that Denny and he had been trading stabs back and forth. And then there is a fourth one. You can just kind of see the top of his red hood covered form over the top, or like maybe to the side of Graja at the top of the stairs. So
Okay,
there are
how
4
badly
in
does Denny
total.
look?
Denny looks pissed more than hurt because Denny's
Aghast. Oh,
clothes are
God.
expensive.
How dare.
All right. I've got I've got booming blade going already, so I'm going to give this guy the business end of the dagger.
Okay. Yeah.
That is
Absolutely.
spell. That's just an attack roll. Okay.
Okay.
Where am I?
Oh, we're getting a lot of love in the chat. We love you too. Thank you for watching. If you're watching for the first time, we appreciate you. If you've been watching for a while and enjoying us, remember that we were nominated as a campaign for top TTRPG campaign of the year at the Gamers, and maybe give us a vote.
Yeah, darn it. I didn't actually set up the dagger as a weapon. All right.
I think your dagger
It's like
1d4.
Sorry.
Let's see. One of the best things I like about D&D Beyond is that as a DM in the campaign, I can see all of my characters, all of my players' character sheets, and I can go in and actually make changes from time to time. So definitely let's equip those for you. And if you refresh your page there, Mike, they should show up now. They should be equipped. It's a +5 to your roll, no matter what. And then 1d4 +3 for you. Plus whatever Booming Blade does.
That's a 23.
Oh, hey, 23 absolutely hits.
So he takes, it's nice, 7 points of piercing damage. And he charges up on a Booming Blade. So if he moves more than 5 feet, he takes a d8 damage.
Okay. As you stab forward with your dagger, kind of pulling it up from his gut and like up towards his heart, he almost doubles over from the pain. And you're like, oh, I got you. And you grab his dislocated shoulder just to be a little bit extra rude. And he's not super happy about that situation.
So I'll pull him in nice and close when I've got the dagger in him. Don't move. I just kind of shove him away gently.
Make a religion check.
Ooh. Why? 13.
Okay. Is that your whole turn?
And I'm going to sort of look back to where Denny is, reach back, and healing word.
Okay.
Oh.
Which is, where are my spells?
Yeah, we have heals now. We can't forget.
So nice.
Wow, what is this like? What is this like?
4 hit points.
Hell yeah. Thanks, BB.
Fantastic.
Do it. Baby.
That's awesome. So very effective whole turn. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No.
Okay.
I'm good, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Love it. It is their turn. And
my turn next.
I apologize. Yes, it is absolutely your turn next.
Great. All right. So this guy damaged not only me, more importantly, the fit. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Hellish Rebuke on this motherfucker.
Okay.
So let's do that. Do I have to roll to hit with Hellish Rebuke? Or does it just
no, it's a reaction. So it would have been a reaction when you got hit. It would have been like, not me. It would be like, no, you, when he hit you. So it's sort of like a bounce back. Not
when, yeah. So just like the same as like an opportunity attack when you can react on somebody else's turn. But you know what? I'm going to let you roll that damage anyway, because it sounds like it's something you would have done. And then you have something else for your turn.
Okay. I will do that. So that's, there is a save for it. It's 14.
Negative.
Okay, great. 9, 18. So that's 27 points of damage.
What?
It's a 3d10.
Oh, the rebuke. Jesus, yeah.
That's so much. How is that level 3?
For a reaction?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I've got on my sheet.
Yeah, 3D.
Hellish
Starts
Rebuke.
at 2d10 and adds 1 for every spell level. So if you cast it at a higher level, it's 3d10.
If it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
failed save,
Horrifying.
it's 2d10 on a failed save, 3d10 if I hit.
Hellish indeed.
Yeah. It's the ultimate no, you.
No, you and your mom and your dog too.
And you can
Point your
use it
finger.
once per long rest.
2d10 fire damage.
Okay, that explained it to me. I was like, you can do that every reaction. That was
My God,
crazy.
I would very much like that.
Yeah, that would be way okay.
27.
Bye.
So
Goodbye.
sorry, what do you say to him?
I say, this was silk, and then just bam.
Grabbing his red coat or his red cloak, and you say, this was silk. And the arcane magic that flows through you and your understanding of the way that the very sound waves that humanoids use to communicate can themselves send magic through the universe. You imbue his red cloak with enough arcane power to tighten around where his clasp is, and he spends the next minute slowly choking to death. And he is, by the time we get to your turn, which it is now, you're holding on to his cloak, which has gotten tighter and tighter. His face matches the color of the cloak now, and is slowly turning more towards your color. And he is about to be dead. If you just continue to let this happen, he's dying.
Okay. I'm going to drop him unceremoniously to the floor.
Absolutely.
Dusting my hands off. I'm done with him now.
Yep.
And
he's unconscious. He is not moving. You drop him like a sack of potatoes, and he falls like his head is splayed out at the bottom of the stairs. He just drops. He's out.
Perfect. All right.
Sick.
So I'm going to turn to whoever is closest to me, whichever enemy I should say is closest to me, not one of my compatriots.
So this would be probably the one that is that Graja has a hook in. So his back is to you. All you can see is Graja's hand extended. You don't see the hand axe that she has buried into his like collarbone area.
Okay.
But his back is to you, and he's right there.
And the one that is fighting Sagane
is you can see him. He's maybe 10 feet away.
Okay, and it's just those two left.
And there's one behind Graja that I don't know that necessarily with your height and then with her height that you can necessarily see them, but you do know that they're up there.
Okay. I'm going to cast a cantrip. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And yell into his ear, run.
Okay.
And see, if he runs, I'm gonna chase him from a distance.
Okay. The one that Graja's got hooked is going to shank forward twice with a short sword. Sure. That's a 21 to hit. Ouch. And so close to crit. 23 to hit.
Yeah, obviously both those hit.
4 and 7, 11 points of piercing damage.
Now, when I'm on my D&D Beyond, is there... Now, I have a resistance to piercing damage. What does that mean?
Correct. While you're raging, you get resistance to some kinds of damage. Resistance means you only take half. So instead of 11, you're going to take 6 points of damage.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Okay, done.
So good to remind me of that.
Yeah, piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing is my resistance.
Perfect. Yeah, so you take 6 points of damage.
Okay, cool, but ouch though.
The one with Sangane is arm dislocated, can only attack with one arm. Oh, that's only an 11 to hit. Probably doesn't hit Sangane.
Nope.
And the other one that's behind Graja is going to run. He turns around and runs into the tavern.
All right, I'm going to chase him in there.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay, that's not good. That's going to be a 7.
As the door starts to close, you hear him yell, "They're attacking us. Someone get glass staff."
Okay. In that case, before I go into the bar, I'm gonna turn back and yell, "Reinforcements incoming!"
Okay. Graja.
Okay. So I still have the guy hooked on my axe, I believe.
You do.
Okay. So, you know what? It's crazy. I have 2 hand axes. So, I'm just going to go ahead and take the other one and go to the other side of his neck and smash.
Sounds completely logical.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You use what you have.
Absolutely.
I have 2 of
Okay.
these things.
Exactly. I have 2. So here we go. All right. Here we go. Rolling to
I don't
hit.
know why I forgot.
That's an 18.
18 hits.
Okay. And then here comes the damage. 7 plus 2 for the rage is 9.
Do you remember that game that you probably had as a kid? And it was like a clear tower, and you got these like super thin plastic skewers. They were like kebab skewers, and you would have to put them in one at a time. And sometimes like you would get into trouble because as you were putting them in, one would touch against the other one and you couldn't like get it through. That's essentially what's going on inside this dude's neck area. Is one axe is like hit the edge of the other axe, and probably
lovely.
like that would be bad like if you're carving a turkey, because it would leave like metal splinters
not good
inside
for turkey.
there. It's not good for ruffians either. But like his head comes clear off, so it's probably the least of his concerns, but you might want to really make sure that you clean that out before like consuming that meat, because there might be metal filings in there.
Yeah, definitely. You want to make sure you're fully getting rid of that before consumption.
Absolutely.
When
Great,
you bury
so
the axe head halfway into the log, and you're like,
yeah, exactly.
Put your foot against it.
Great.
I mean, the good news is those axes actually do come out like with the head, like you know, like at a child's birthday, how you serve cake, like you scoop one under the knife and then you like lift it up.
I love these metaphors. I'm living right now. So good. Okay, so his head is
welcome
so
to my picture brain.
I love it. Goodbye to that ruffian. So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Thank you.
So now, is it at this time that I can take a bonus action to do a frenzy attack?
Sure.
And I know that will have consequences with exhaustion, I'm aware.
Sure.
So what I would like to do is the one by Sangane. He's still kicking?
He is.
Okay.
Well, sure.
Ish. Okay. So what I would like to do then with both my hand axes are just burying this guy. So now I'm taking my javelin.
Sure.
And I would like to throw it at the guy.
All right.
Yeah. So here we go.
Switching dancing partners. Cool.
Just be aware. Let me set this picture
if I
up
miss,
for you.
yeah.
because he is real close right there with Sangane.
Really close? Okay.
Like throwing that thing too frenzied, it's 2 for 1 shish kebab. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I know. I see what you're putting down. So
I trust you.
Okay, well, hold on a minute. Let me get a picture of how far am I away from Sangane and his dance partner?
They are 15 feet from you, so
15
not
feet.
too far.
So not too far. Okay, well...
And also, your hand axes are not buried. They came up with the head.
Oh, they did come up. Okay.
You were serving head cake at a child's birthday party.
Right. Okay, I'm back with you there.
Them parties.
Okay, so let's, I feel
like that has to be the quote for next week's
head cake.
Is you were serving head cake at a child's birthday party.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
I love it. Okay, so I would still like to take my frenzy attack, but instead of throwing the javelin, I'm thinking that I move. Okay. Just close the gap of the 15 feet between and I would like to take one of the hand axes just dripping in blood and viscera.
Absolutely.
And I would like to I want to just actually hamstring his ankles, like the backs of his ankles. I just want to slice them like that.
No problem.
With a hand axe.
Sure.
Okay. So rolling to hit. I love my hand axes are 21. Ugh. It feels good. It feels good to be the king. Okay, and then we're gonna roll for damage. That's 8. I'm sorry, 10. 10. That's 10 damage.
As you close that distance and you just coming down the stairs, you've now seen 2 people eat it down these stairs. You're comfortable with the negotiation of how to manage these stairs. Yeah. You come flying off of them and like high school talent show knee slide across the dirt to close this distance, pulling your hand axe along the back of this dude's ankles. And he goes down. The problem is that he goes down as Sangane's dagger is still in him and cuts himself up to the neck and then out. Sangane is covered in hot viscera from this dude.
I'm not sorry.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah. Graja, is there anything else you would like to do on this super epic turn?
That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for me.
I feel like that was highly effective as a turn goes.
Incredible.
Whimsy, chasing this dude. You see some commotion. You can hear some commotion. You see this guy go running up the hill that you're following towards this old ruined manor. What you doing?
Does it look like there's any lights on in the manor?
It is the middle of the day.
All right, fair point.
I see what you're doing. Yeah.
How far away is he? How much of a lead does he have on me?
I would say because you didn't fully make movement at the end of on your last turn, right? Or did you? And I'm misunderstanding.
I did say I was racing off. I didn't.
Oh, fantastic. Then he's he is within movement distance of you being able to grab him.
All right, then Whimsy's gonna tackle him.
Sure. Make an athletics check.
All right. None of my rolls have been going well today, so let's see how that goes.
So this is the one.
If only that's how it worked. No. I didn't have to pay for breakfast today, so I'm sorry I used all of my luck on free breakfast.
I'm getting all your good rolls today, Amanda.
Yeah, that's
Me too.
That's 4.
Yeah.
4.
No.
He goes diving for his ankles and just eats it.
You go grabbing for him, and as you're like, I'm going to grab his ankles and trip him, but you overjudge how athletic you actually are, and what you end up doing is like bear hugging him like a high school girl on her boyfriend. Like you end up like piggyback riding him, and like. And you are holding on to him, but he is carrying you. You have not tripped him or impeded him in any way, but you are now one entity.
Question: as a bonus action,
yeah,
can I wrap my tail around his leg and trip him up that way?
I mean, I think that sounds amazing. So I'm gonna let it happen.
Oh yeah.
All right. So yeah, wraps his tail around his leg and just forcibly bends one knee.
All right. I am gonna say, are you gonna hold on to him and eat it with him, or are you then gonna let go and let him eat it?
I'm gonna try and land on top of him. The point was to like pin him because I don't want to do lethal damage because I.
Right.
It was all of us who heard that these redcoats were just townspeople, right? Or was it just Jart?
Only Jart knows that.
All right. Whimsy still doesn't like killing folk that much, so yeah, we're still gonna go for non-lethal.
I mean, he's not. I'm not worried about how much damage he takes. It's not lethal to trip and eat dirt. I'm worried about, are you going to try and avoid damage?
No, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try and land on him.
You're gonna hold on to him. Okay.
Like, springing back or anything.
So I'll let you guys share the damage. So you each take a point of damage because I rolled a 2. You guys each take a point of damage as he hits the ground hard, and as he cries out in pain, you realize that this is not a man. This is a boy, like young man. He's maybe like 14 years old. He has been radicalized by the seedy parts of the incel internet, and he's young.
He's in the demo. It's tough to avoid it.
Yeah. The YouTube algorithm has really fucked him up, for sure.
It strikes again.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Whimsy?
Would I be able to use Fey Presence on him?
Sure. Is that a bonus action thing?
What does that have to say about itself?
Or is it just a feature and trait that you get?
It's an action, so I guess that'll have to wait. I'm just gonna try and like slam him to the ground and chill out.
Love it. I love it. I will let you make either intimidate or persuasion if you'd like.
Well, I did just tackle him to the ground, and I'm a demon-looking dude, so
it's true.
It's probably initially intimidation, and then we'll ease into persuasion.
We'll see how it goes. Absolutely.
Come on, something better than a 7, which is, I think, the highest I've rolled all night. Hey, that's better than a 7.
Yeah.
A 17.
Hey, fantastic. You hear like a quiet little sniffle as he starts to cry.
Oh, jeez. He's making kids cry now.
Oh, honey.
Amanda, Whimsy, no.
Look, sometimes we have to sit with the bad feeling in order to let it really be transformative, okay? If he's going to change his path, he might need to really let that transformation happen. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
tough love from Whimsy.
He's just lucky he ran into Whimsy, not the other one of us.
Not me. Yeah, that would have been bad.
Absolutely.
I would have. Oh boy.
Sangane.
Yeah.
All you have is hurt feelings. Others have lost their heads.
It's true. Sangane, what are you up to? It's your turn.
My guy just got hamstrung.
Yeah.
And
Who's
Your
left?
dagger's free
Oh,
because
good.
it came up and like
It's like sliced through.
out. Yeah.
Who's left?
If you look around, you don't see anybody. You did just hear Denny say reinforcements incoming.
Where's Denny?
Denny is
Where to be seen?
Denny is right in front of you. Like he's
okay.
like 10 feet in front of you at the bottom of
Right.
the stairs.
Cool. These red capes,
Yep.
are they intact?
Yeah. More or less, they were kind of grimy and gross looking to begin with because these guys were not really
We
doing
didn't,
their own
slash
laundry.
through the hell out of one or anything, right?
No, I mean there's blood on the one that is like currently the closest to you. There's a lot of blood on it. The one that Graja cut the head off of, that's got a lot of blood on it. The one that's dead at Denny's feet seems to be the most bloodless. And it's like fresh blood. Like maybe after it dries, maybe it'll mix into the scarlet. Maybe you won't notice it. But for right now, it's like pretty fresh.
I'm gonna take it with me. I don't know if I want to put it on just yet.
Sure. So you grab it off the body rolling over to the side as you flip it off.
Blood.
You try and like give it a good flip and get as much of the muck off of it as you can. But all right, you've got a red cloak. You can put that into your inventory. Splash zone, beautiful.
Where would the reinforcements come from?
Would you know?
I mean, I don't even know there's a dwarf in the bar at this point.
Where you are, so you're standing in the road looking towards the bar, looking towards like this tavern thing. There are stairs that go up into like a front, like mudroom entrance room. You heard a guy run and scream through the doors, and then you heard Denny say there are reinforcements incoming. It's not a significant leap that reinforcements might be coming from the bar out onto the street.
From inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. Head inside.
You're going inside.
Yeah, why not?
Death generally, but you should do it. Like, let's go. Yeah, you go inside. As you go inside, you open the door. And you see that in this room, there are about 10 of the guys with red cloaks. They're all standing up and they're all in some level of, first off, inebriation. Secondly, grabbing weapons.
Huh.
You've used about 20 movement to get to where you are.
And no action. What have I got?
Oh, Abigail.
Can I get 10 more feet in and in between a whole bunch of them?
I'm living for it. Absolutely, you can.
Then I am going to drop a second level thunder wave, and I'm going to maximize it with my destructive wrath.
Get it.
Ooh.
So they take Constitution saving throw, and they take 24 points of damage if they fail.
Constitution what?
11 looks like, which is terrible, but okay.
It is what it is. Third level. You're third level. That's what it is. Okay.
Yep.
Sarah, hold up. I'll tell you success or failure. I need you to hold up like success on one hand, failure on the other hand. I need 10 total rolls. Are you with me?
Of what dice?
No, I'm rolling. I'm just going to tell you.
Yeah.
On one hand, count successes. On one hand, count failures.
Got it.
Okay. Success. Fail. Fail. Success. Very bad fail. Fail. Critical success. How many more do I get? Success.
3 more.
Success. Critical fail. Okay.
Half.
Half and half.
Half and half.
Statistical.
Wow. Lovely.
And one was a critical success and one was a critical failure.
Yes.
Okay.
So the failures take 24 points of thunder damage.
Insta dead. Go ahead.
And the successes take 12.
Okay.
And everything within 15 feet of me, anyways.
Okay, fantastic. 1, 2, 3.
Love the AoE. Perfect for this situation. So well deployed.
Perfect. And they take 12 points, you said?
Yep.
And they're all pushed 10 feet from you.
Yep.
Oh
wait, or does that happen? Hold on.
And the sound can be heard within like 300.
Not pushed.
Oh, they're not pushed.
No, I blow the windows out though.
For sure. Graja and Denny, glass comes raining down over you as you hear a crack of thunder from within the room. Sangane, give me a religion check.
Uh-oh. You always make me nervous when you ask for these. Oof.
Only when you kill somebody, or only when you're about to kill somebody, actually, is what I'm going to ask you for them. 6. Okay. As this crack of thunder happens, you guys don't know what has happened inside, but it seems quiet. Denny, what would you like to do?
Okay, Denny's going to shake some glass off of himself and complain under his breath about how his clothing keeps getting cut and it's very unfair. And then he's going to take a quick peek around to see if there's anyone on the outside that looks like they're trying to like come towards them instead of towards the bar.
Okay, perception check.
16.
16. As you look around, especially with the thunder that has just happened, you do see faces and people start to gather on the street and look at you guys. They are not coming close. They seem to be townspeople, and they are not moving close to this bar. But you have gathered the attention of a lot of people.
Okay. Are they, how close to me are they?
Probably the closest people are like 30 feet, and some like you can see down the street. I think Thunderwave is heard like within 300 feet. So a lot of the town heard it.
Okay.
This is my boomstick.
Not sure what I should do here. I'm trying to think of what
I love. While you're thinking about that, I love Najra, who we miss and we wish was here with us this week, said Jart's going to arrive and be like, hey guys, there's some people we can't kill. The town has like a problem.
We don't want to kill all the red.
Oh no.
Okay, I think Denny is going to. Oh man, this is really tough. Because I know what I want to do, but I don't think Denny would do it.
Okay. What do you want to do? Let's talk it through. What do you want to do?
I want to go kill some people, but that's not a good idea.
You want to kill some villagers?
No, I don't want to kill villagers. I just wanted to know like where people were at. I want to go kill some more redcoats. But I think a revolutionary spirit coming out.
I mean, I gotta be honest. Like you told that guy run, and your intention was to follow him.
Yes.
He ran into the building asking for help. Sangane is now in the building. It is not completely irrational that Denny would go in there.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll head in. I'll have my rapier ready, just in case there's some shenanigans afoot directly inside the door, and go give Sangane some backup.
Okay. People who are watching in stream, producers who are here in house, help me here for a minute. I would like to give Denny some information that I am not going to give anybody else, but I'd like the stream to be able to hear it too. Could I ask, earmuffs, please, for Mike and Sarah and Amanda.
I'm gonna go make tea.
Okay, so you want the stream to hear.
Yeah.
I have muted
You
the
only
chat.
I just want to hear. So just Sarah, just take out your
I'll
take out your
I'll
and
take
I'll
my
like
buds.
make a big motion on Zoom when it's time to come back.
Okay, I am taking out my headphones now.
And at the ready.
Mike, can you hear me? Mike? Okay. When you walk into this tavern, what you see is, I'm going to try not to use my hands because I don't want them to come back, but I really want to describe it with my hands. What you see is Sangane engulfed and encapsulated in this blue ball of energy with this faintly shimmering pattern on the outside that is like this translucent metallic-y blue. And he is floating about 5 feet in the air. And what you see around him is carnage. There is nobody around him. Everybody is on their back, on their tables. Things are ripped. There's like the bottles along the wall, like in the bar area, are all shattered. It looks trashed, but most importantly, what you notice is Sangane is like encapsulated in this ball.
Okay.
Now, I really also feel like I should make some other hand movements to just really fuck with them and throw them off. And so like you see these things that are happening, but that aren't really happening because I'm just screwing with my players because it's just so much fun.
Curious. Absolutely.
Right?
Wow.
Okay. Do you have any questions about what you're seeing?
Nope. I think, okay. Yeah, nope, okay. I'm good.
Okay, come back in. Mike, you with me?
I'm back.
Good.
Okay, good. So
I read half of the lips of what was going on there and I was laughing.
I can't do that, so I know nothing.
I love it. Okay. So Denny, what would you like to do?
Okay. Denny is going to just kind of stand in the doorway for a moment, just kind of taking everything in and trying to understand what's going on in here. Mm-hmm. And seeing nobody else kind of around in the immediate vicinity is I think I'm gonna do maybe a perception check to see if I can see any movement elsewhere or hear anything else coming towards us. Oh, that's not good. That's gonna be 8.
I mean, what you see is that you do hear like some groaning. There are clearly a couple people still alive, but they are very, very hurt.
Okay. All right. Then I think Denny is going to wander further into the bar and try and like explore, see if there's like another room or do I see that specific red coat or red cloak, I should say?
All of the people in this bar are wearing red cloaks. Except for the dwarven bartender, they're all wearing red cloaks. As you take a few steps forward, you do see that there is like, you take a few steps towards, I'll say, where the the bar thing lifts up for the bartender to go behind the bar. You do see a significant sized chest with a lock on it.
Okay. Yeah, I think Denny will head over that way then and try and pop open the lock.
Okay.
Robbed right in front of him.
I will.
No.
I'll let you pop open that lock at your next turn. Is that fair?
Okay.
Because of everything else you've done.
Yeah.
5 of the ruffians, the 5 that are still alive, are gonna like slowly kind of get to their feet. You can see that they're disoriented. Their ears are ringing. Some of them have like blood pooling out from their ears. They are looking at the scene that is in front of them, and they take a few steps and they all start running out, either the back or the front door. They all take off. Graja, you're outside. Glass has just rained down on you, and now you hear the door open and 3 red brands are at the top of the stairs and making their way down the stairs towards you.
Okay. I just want to
Such a clusterfuck.
Two of them can run past me, and I would like to just grab one by the scruff as he's rolling past me. 2 of them can go. I don't care, but just one of them. So that's all I want to do.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so what do I roll?
I would say like a strength check.
A strength check. Okay.
Are you still raging?
Yes, I am. So then I get advantage on the strength check. So I'm going to do it correctly this time on D&D.
Whimsy, you're on deck.
Advantage. Okay, here we go. No. Okay. Oh, and then I click again. Okay. Okay. They just went away on the screen. I got 18.
18. Yeah, no hassle at all. You grab his red cloak and basically like clothesline him, yanking it down, and he goes flying onto his back. You hear like that exhale of breath. Okay.
All right.
Is there anything else? Are you just holding him there, or you want to?
Yeah, I want to. Nope, I don't want to. I'm not harming him in any way right now. Okay. I just want to keep a hold on him. I want to keep him here.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, no problem. He's like Loki after being like flown around by
the Hulk.
Hulk. He's just like yeah. That kind of thing. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it for me.
Okay. I love it. Whimsy. And then Sangane's on deck.
Yeah, these guys are like fighting a dozen dudes, leveling an entire bar, and Whimsy's like slap fighting a 14-year-old.
Sure.
Different level of battle.
Yeah.
So Whimsy is going to do Fey Presence on him. He's going to try and charm him.
Okay.
And he's going to be like, I don't want to hurt you. Don't want to fight you. Who started the fire and why?
Okay.
It's always burning.
Sort of like smoothing his collar as he does this, as he's got this kid pinned to the ground. He's like smoothing out the kid's collar and fluffing his hair nicely. Like, look, we're good. We're fine. We're friends.
I love it. I love it. What, for Fey Presence, is that like you just auto do it, or is it a save? How does that work for you?
DC 13, a wisdom save throw.
He rolled a 12. He's 14, so like significant negative to wisdom. Like just the prefrontal cortex is not developed at this age.
You know, Whimsy's only 18, right?
Look, I mean, 18 tiefling is very different than 14 human. As you turn him over and you're like in his face and you're like, it's going to be okay. tell me what's going on, who started the fire. You don't need to cry. It's okay. But not like in a toxic masculinity kind of a way. We're going to get through this together.
Friend.
Yeah.
Come on, guy. Yeah.
He is just bawling and he's like, please don't tell my mom I'm here. She's going to be so mad at me. I wasn't supposed to be with them in the first place. We didn't mean to set you guys on fire. We thought you were the dwarves and we thought they had come home and they owed us money. So we tried to set them on fire because they hadn't been paying us. That's why they had me trash their house. And I'm just really sorry. And like, I wasn't trying to do anything to you. And now I just want to go to Glassstaff and tell them I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
Whoa. It's okay. It's okay. No one's gonna tell your mom. It's fine. Who's Glassstaff?
He's the leader. He's the leader. He came and he can do super cool things. And he's our leader. Not mine anymore. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. This sucks, man.
Tell you what, kid. We can tell your mom that we found you and they were holding you hostage. Just give me your red cape and we'll pretend you weren't part of it. They were keeping you against your will. How about that?
You would do that for me? That's amazing.
I would do that for you. We will tell your mom that you were not part of this as of now. But your mom doesn't need to know. It's fine. We'll tell her what she needs to know.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, here, you take it. Should I still go tell Glassstaff that I don't want to be a part of this?
I think you should tell him you were never a part of it. And it was all just a clever ploy so that you could work undercover and help us take him down. You were never one of them. You're just working, you were deep undercover.
Are you trying to convince him that this is the truth because of your Fey presence? Or are you trying to be buddy, give him an out that he could tell people?
I'm trying to give him an out, but Whimsy himself can't lie, so he's trying to sidle around the truth.
I hear you. Okay, I'm with you. So yeah, he's like, really? You would let me say that? Because you guys are super cool, maybe even cooler than they are. Yeah, that would be great.
Pretty damn super.
And he goes to stand up and he brushes himself off and he hands you the red cape and he's like, okay, so you want to go with me and I'll go tell him that? Just me and you can go?
Whimsy sort of glances over his shoulder at the bar. He's like, how many people are with him right now?
It is about this time that you hear a thunderous boom come from the area of the bar, and you see all of the glass shatter out of the windows.
He's like, well, that's not a good thing. Tell you what, kid, I think things are about to get kind of messy. You might want to skip the telling Glassstaff section and go right home and tell that story to your mom. Tell your mom that I rescued you from them and you are very sorry that you were gone, and tell her what she needs to hear. But go home and sleep tight, because I think this is going to get messy.
Do your homework.
He's like, okay, yeah.
Your chores, kiss your mom,
yeah,
and
I can do that. I can do that. And he takes off running, kind of to, let me pull up my map. He takes off running to the, hey, stop it. He takes off running to the almost back in the direction of where the house, the Rock Seeker's house that caught on fire was. Hey, stop it. Okay. instead of going to the top of initiative because of what time it is, I'm going to stop us for tonight. Well, I guess it's afternoon for most of you guys. It's definitely tonight. It's 8 o'clock for me. I am going to stop us for tonight. We'll do our roundtable and we'll pick up from here next week, probably with Jart like running up to you guys with some important information. So let's go around and we'll go reverse initiative order. So Amanda.
I'm doing what?
Sign off.
Say who you are.
Just your outro.
Hi. Still Amanda, playing Whimsy. I have no fancy projects or anything going. I am balderdashing on pretty much every social media. Cornered the market on that name. So you can follow me on Instagram, or I don't bother following me on Twitter because I never do anything there.
On TikTok?
TikTok, yeah. I do some of that sometimes.
You guys should definitely go check out the balderdashing TikTok. Absolutely, you should do that. And you should follow her on Twitter still. Even though she doesn't do anything, you should still follow her there. Thank you for that. Let's see, Graja, Sarah.
Hey, my name's Sarah. I played Graja Rage Rock today. Oh boy, is that satisfying. That's some really satisfying D&D combat for me. I can see why people get hooked on that. Woo! You can find me on Twitter at MC Diabetes. I'm a creative partner with Martlet Games. You can find me here on Vancouver by Night as part of the Saturday Vampire Takeover, where we have a full day of Vampire the Masquerade that goes through Martlet Games, Vancouver by Night, Level Up TV, and Rolling D's 20s. So definitely check that out. That starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, and then just goes on through the rest of the day. Other than that, just keep an eye on the Martlet Games Twitter. We have a lot of stuff in production right now. I have like 5 days in a row of recording this week, so there's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm having an absolute blast. I am nominated for a Game Her Award in the Rising Star streaming category, so if you would want to follow your heart and vote for me, I appreciate that. There's so many great nominees. I really encourage you to check out every category, especially the charitable ones. And then, yeah, if you want to vote for Phandalin by Night for the TTRPG Stream of the Year, we're also in contention for that. So please go ahead and check out the Game Her Awards. I believe voting is open until November, so you got a while. So tell your friends as well. And thanks so much, everybody, for watching. I'm just having such a splendid time, and I'll see you next time.
We are doing our job and getting a newbie hooked into D&D. So fantastic. Let's see, who would have been above that? Denny.
Hey everybody, Nikki here. Denny, your tiefling bard. I don't have much going on. There's not much for conventions or anything in my area quite yet, but you can follow me at I'm Poppy Field on Instagram. And if you want to follow my stupid freaking cats, they're at Field Cats on Instagram as well. Sorry, field.cats. But yeah, that's all I've got going on, and we'll see what's going on next week now that I'm not actively on fire anymore. So that's nice.
It's true. Fantastic. And then finally, Mike.
Hi, Mike. I played Sangane. Did a lot of damage, apparently. You can catch me in my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram, CDN Cap America on Twitter. I'm in the TikToks as well. I don't remember exactly what my thing is, some derivation of the same. You can catch me here on Sundays playing with this amazing group. You can catch me on Tuesdays running my own group, Would Be Heroes, on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. PST. You can catch me on the Saturday Takeover with Sarah playing everyone's favorite non-Toreador. Saturdays at 3 p.m. PST, I think we're at now. And there's still stuff on the works, but it's slowly coming. That's me.
Awesome. And not with us, but normally with us is Najra. You can find her at Najra Creations on Twitter. She's an amazing costumer and cosplayer. And we miss her, and we are excited to have her back next week. And I am Sarah. I have been your DM today. You can catch me here every week at Phandalin by Night. And you can also catch me Tuesdays, same channel, Tuesdays at 6 Pacific. I play the cleric in Mike's game instead of Mike currently playing the cleric in my game. And we're probably going to die Tuesday. So if you want to watch a TPK, you should totally come and do that with us. Don't let us be alone for that. Follow at Vancouver by Night. Subscribe here. We have a Patreon and a coffee. Any of the money that you contribute or any of the ways that you support us goes towards paying for our talent, our staff, upgrades, computers, things like that. And also there is a changeling game. Like we mentioned all the other games, but there's also a changeling game. It's Wednesday nights. Although I'm not sure if it's this week or not. I think they're on this week, but Steve will fix me in the chat if it's not. And as previously mentioned multiple times, we are nominated for a Game Her Award. Phandalin by Night, our game is nominated. And then as well, Sarah Prime is nominated as top rising
star streamer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I am nominated for top content creator. I feel like I should know that. So feel free to give some things our way, some votes our way, if you've liked our playstyle. But more importantly, subscribe and come back and see us, because that is, for me at least, the better piece is when you guys are with us. Thank you guys for watching. Who are we rating?
We are rating Toffee Plays today, so we're gonna take it into a raid for them. So please stick around, give them a view and a follow if you haven't. So yeah, we'll be rating.
I love it. So here we come, Toffee Plays, and we will see you all next week.
Bye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.